Chad in Flames, The Forgotten Civil War, 2005 and 2010. In the heart of Central Africa, a brutal conflict unfolded in silence far from the headlines of the world. From 2005 to 2010, Chad was gripped by civil war, shaped by ethnic tensions, foreign influence, and the fallout from neighboring Sudan. This is the story of rebellion, survival, and power, a story few remember, but none should forget. The seeds of war were planted long before 2005. President Idriss Déby, a former rebel himself, took power in 1990, but his promises of reform faded. His rule became increasingly authoritarian, built on nepotism and a narrow ethnic elite, the Zagawa. In 2005, the first sparks flew. Disgruntled army officers and former allies of Déby defected. Rebel groups like the United Front for Democratic Change, FUC, the Union of Forces for Democracy and Development, UFDD, and the Rally of Democratic Forces, RFC, emerged from the eastern deserts and from Sudan. In April 2006, the rebels made a bold move. A convoy of fighters crossed hundreds of kilometers of desert, heading straight for the capital, N'Djamena. It was a gamble. If they succeeded, Déby's rule would collapse, but the assault failed. Government forces, aided by France, pushed them back. This was more than a Chadian affair. Sudan and Chad were entangled in a deadly game of proxy warfare. As Chad backed Darfuri rebels, like the Justice and Equality Movement, JEM, Sudan responded by arming Chadian rebels. In February 2008, the rebels returned. In a stunning offensive, they reached N'Djamena again. For days, the city was a war zone. Civilians fled. Government forces held their ground barely. By 2009, both Chad and Sudan were exhausted. Reconciliation was the only path forward. Déby and Bashir shook hands. Cross-border rebel sanctuaries were dismantled. Many fighters surrendered or fled. By 2010, the guns had largely fallen silent, but Chad was left scarred. Tens of thousands were dead or displaced. Infrastructure was in ruins. Déby emerged stronger, but more autocratic. The Chadian Civil War of 2005-2010 was not just a war for power, it was a struggle for dignity, justice, and identity. It reminds us how regional crises, foreign interests, and ethnic tensions can erupt into devastating wars. And yet, like so many African conflicts, it was fought in silence, away from the world's gaze, until now.